The war was over, but peace had shattered like glass. In the heart of the Galactic Council, voices had screamed, deals had broken, and then, silence. Humanity stood, cold and quiet, and walked away without a single word. Their warships vanished from the stars. Trade routes once filled with human cargo ships went dark. Colonies stopped responding. Even their embassies were locked, empty like tombs. The other species laughed at first. They called it weakness, cowardice. But then, strange, things began to happen. A powerful star system, under heavy guard, went completely silent. No distress call, no survivors, nothing. And on a quiet route near the edge, a freighter crew found a human-protected planet turned into a ghost world. Cities frozen, skies empty. One of the alien crew whispered, "Where did they go?" But no one had the answer, only a growing fear in their hearts. What is humanity planning next? In the far edge of the galaxy, a small patrol ship picked up a weak, repeating signal. It was an old human distress code, the kind not used in years. The signal came from a dead zone, a place with no known colonies or stations. Curious and cautious, the crew followed it. What they found was a cold, lifeless station hidden in an asteroid belt. It looked abandoned, but the lights inside still flickered. The systems were running, but no life signs showed up. When they entered, screens lit up all around them with one chilling message. "We warned you." The message repeated in every alien language. No one answered their calls. No one came to help. Something had been left behind on purpose, and it was watching. As they left the station, the signal stopped. Completely. The crew knew one thing now. Humanity hadn't disappeared. They were preparing for something. Ships began to vanish. First, it was just small cargo freighters, then larger patrol cruisers. No debris, no distress calls, just silence. Rumors spread fast. Some said ghost ships were roaming the deep void, massive in size, without any markings or lights. A merchant vessel reported one such ship drifting through uncharted space. It didn't answer hails. It didn't change course. It simply passed by, silent and cold, as if it didn't care who saw it. But its shape, sharp, dark, and clearly human-made, left the crew frozen with fear. One alien commander grew bold and fired on a passing ghost ship. Within seconds, their warship vanished from sensors, gone like it never existed. Now, no one dares approach them. The galaxy whispers in fear. If these ships are human, why don't they speak? And if they're not, then what did humanity create before they left? A diplomatic envoy was sent to the last known human colony, hidden deep beyond the outer rim. The alien ship landed carefully, sensors on high alert. The colony looked alive, machines running, fields growing. But it was quiet. Too quiet. The humans who greeted them spoke little, their faces calm, their eyes sharp. They offered no anger, no threats, just a strange coldness. "We will not fight your wars anymore," one of them said simply. But behind their quiet words, something felt wrong. Children trained with machines far more advanced than before. Strange towers hummed with unknown energy. Deep underground, massive doors remained sealed, guarded by silent machines. The envoy tried to ask questions, but no answers came. As they left, a child looked up and whispered, "We're not coming back. We're becoming something else." That night, the envoy couldn't sleep, because for the first time he believed it. Humanity wasn't hiding. They were changing. A cargo convoy was moving through a quiet sector when it was suddenly stopped. Not by warships, but by a single floating machine. It looked human, but wasn't alive. Tall, sleek, and silent, it scanned every ship without permission. The crews panicked, weapons ready, but the machine didn't attack. Instead, it turned its head slowly and said in a calm, human voice, "Your world was spared. Be grateful." Then it vanished into the stars. No one knew where it came from. No one could track it. When the story reached the Galactic Council, fear rippled through every chamber. If humans had built machines like this, and sent them across the stars. What else had they created? The council ordered a quiet investigation. But deep inside, they knew this was no warning. It was a test. Humanity had sent something ahead, and it was just the beginning. In a hidden lab orbiting a dead star, an old research team uncovered something sealed behind heavy blast doors, human technology far beyond anything seen before. It pulsed with energy not even the oldest scientists could understand. A message was embedded in the system, playing only once. "This is not for you. Turn back." But they didn't. Curious and arrogant, they tried to study it. Hours later, every system in the lab shut down. Lights went black. Gravity failed. One by one, the researchers vanished without a sound, their suits left behind, untouched. The last surviving alien crawled to the escape pod, whispering into the recorder. "It's alive. The machines, the tech. It watches." The pod was later recovered, drifting near a trade route. No trace of the lab was ever found again. The council is terrified. Humanity didn't just leave. They planted seeds. And now, those seeds were waking up. A massive alien warship, proud and feared, across 3 sectors, received a strange signal. Coordinates sent in an ancient human frequency. Against orders, the captain followed it, thinking it might lead to lost tech or hidden human bases. What they found was a dark planet with no name, no record. The surface was burned, shattered, like it had survived a war no one remembered. But, in orbit, a single human ship waited. It didn't respond to hails. It didn't move. It just watched. Then, without warning, every system on the alien warship went offline. Shields, weapons, life support, dead. A voice echoed across the silent bridge. "You followed. That was your choice." Seconds later, the human ship was gone. The alien warship powered back up, but its crew was never the same. They spoke of shadows in the stars, of being watched. And the message was clear. Humanity was no longer playing by the galaxy's rules. The Galactic Council held an emergency meeting in a hidden sector, far from any known human route. Every major species was there, desperate for answers. Reports of vanishing fleets, ghost machines, and dead systems were growing daily. Fear had replaced pride. Some leaders wanted war. Others begged for peace. But before any vote could begin, the station's lights flickered. Screens turned black. Then a message appeared across every wall. "You were warned. You chose arrogance." Panic spread as gravity shifted and the station began to drift. No ships could leave. No signals got out. In the silence, something approached. Silent, massive, cloaked in shadow. A figure, not fully human, stood in the airlock. No weapons. Just a voice. "This is your only warning. We are not who we were." Then it vanished. The council knew the truth now. Humanity hadn't left in fear. They had left to evolve. And, now, they were watching. Deep in the darkest reaches of the galaxy, a lone scout ship discovered a strange signal, an ancient human song, distorted and broken. Following it, the crew arrived at a forgotten planet covered in ruins. But unlike any ruins they had seen, towering statues of humans stood silent, their eyes glowing faintly. The ground was littered with machines half buried in the dust, still humming softly. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected movement. Something was waking beneath the surface. Panic set in as the planet's core pulsed with energy, lighting up the statues like stars in the night. The scout crew tried to flee, but the planet seemed to reach out, pulling them closer with invisible chains. One voice crackled over the comms, trembling. "We thought they were gone, but they never left. They are coming back." Fear gripped the galaxy tighter than ever before. A small, unarmed research vessel drifting near the edge of known space detected a faint transmission. Human voices speaking in code. The crew decrypted the message slowly. "Prepare. The time has come." Suddenly, the ship's instruments went haywire, and strange symbols appeared across the control panels. Before they could react, a massive shadow passed overhead, blotting out the stars. Outside the windows, distant ships flickered into view, silent, powerful, and unmistakably human. The research vessel's captain sent one last desperate message before contact was lost. They have returned. And this time, they are not alone. The transmission cut off abruptly, leaving the galaxy in stunned silence. Whispers spread. Humanity was no longer hiding or evolving quietly. They were back, stronger and more dangerous than anyone had imagined. The galaxy held its breath, waiting for what would come next.